has a story for you, I believe. Ethan, welcome to the show. How can you help us?
Hey, great to talk to you guys. I love your show. It's fantastic. I worked emergency medicine as an NP for 16 years, and now I do. Yeah, it was great. And now I do family practice. Have my clinic in Pennsylvania. So I have this interesting anecdotal story. I have this lady comes in, 49 years old, Caucasian female, no insurance, unfortunately. And, you know, we try not to slight things in healthcare because you don't have insurance. But then again, we try not to overkill it because tests are so expensive, as you guys know. And so she comes in, and her complaint is palpitations for 8 years. For 8 months, I'm sorry. So, you know, I'm kind of curious. I listen to her heart. I don't hear any murmurs, and she's got a couple skip beats. We do a 12-lead EKG. She's having some PVCs, which are those contractions in the ventricle, extra. And, you know, it's a little concerning, but, you know, her family history was her mom has some thyroid disease. So I'm like, well, you know, for $17, we can do a test for the thyroid called the TSH, which I know you guys know. And, you know, that can kind of clue us in if there's something going on with the thyroid. So she agreed to that. I get the test back, and her TSH is less than 0.001. And so interpreting that, I'm like, she's got a runaway freight train going down a hill with no brakes as a thyroid. And
well, she is hyperthyroid. So when your thyroid is overfunctioning, it suppresses its hormone and stimulates production of thyroid hormone, and that's how we test her. So she needs treatment.
Yeah, and so now it creates more, you know, creates more of a conundrum because I call her back, I tell her the test. Now it's like specialist. She might need an ultrasound to make sure there's no cancerous nodule causing this, and you know, and then she needs meds to slow it down and or possibly surgery, you know. And so this all adds up to someone with no insurance. And she says, "Okay, well, I'm coming in tomorrow." I said, "Great, let's check you back up." So she comes in, and you know, I walk in the room, and she says to me, "So get this." She goes, "I figured it out," and I'm like, "Oh, thank God." I'm like, "Good. I don't want to spend your money."
Never that easy.
No. And I'm like, tell me what you got. She goes, well, and this all plays into a good history, which obviously I didn't get in this case. However, she tells me she's got 4 horses and at a little stable, and, you know, it's rural Pennsylvania. And she says 2 of the horses have underactive thyroid. She's got powder mix of Synthroid or, you know, levothyroxine, and she's scooping it into applesauce and putting it on their feed. Then, and don't ask me why, but she licks the spoon and puts it on the horse stall door. She's been doing that for 8 months. She's been dosing herself with little granules of horse thyroid medicine, and it's like 1,000 times stronger than human medicine. And I said to her, that's exactly right. Totally blew my doors off. And 27 years of practice, never saw that coming.
No ultrasound. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say she treated herself with horse medication, but it was unintentional. So you had her stop the...
So she stopped it.
Retested it?
Yep, and she's back to normal, and she feels great. And yeah, and it was like, you know, just crazy. But it brings up the case of, you know, sometimes I think we don't think about pet meds that people give, and what are they exactly doing with them if they have, you know, complaints we can't always track down. You know, just interesting story. I thought you guys get a kick out of that. No pun intended for the horse.
Really getting caught on that. That's a great story. You know what? I like it because it's about talking to people. Right?
Yeah.
And, you know, there's a detective side of what we do, and when you can figure stuff out, it's really rewarding. And it's good for people. You have to ask things about what are you taking that's over the counter? What do you do for, you know, your profession? That's a great catch.
Yeah, so I just thought you guys would like it into your veterinary stories there.
Hey, do it. Ethan, keep up the good work. We miss you in emergency medicine, but the people who are having you as their family NP are very lucky.
Oh, thank you very much. All right, you guys take care. Bye-bye.
So Howard, got 2 minutes left.